Hello, and welcome to BeamNG.drive. As usual viewers will know, I love my 3 and 4 links, but I'm not a huge fan of independent or leaf springs, especially leaf springs. And there was a while where the D series, unless you used the either the flatbed or this, I think it was only if you used this chassis. I wanted to use that one. But I think only if you used this one, you could use the 3-link. That one you had to use leaves, or leaves, whatever. So I refused to use the truck. But I've taken a bit of a liking to leaf springs. I've started kind of opening up to more things. So I figure I love crawling. I'm always using 3 and 4 links for crawling, independent now and then. Why not use some leaf springs? So I'm starting with the base blue D series, and I'm going to build it up from there. So we don't want ABS. You definitely want drive shaft. I'm going to switch it over to diesel, so that way I can keep a low wheel speed and low horsepower, but have tons of torque. I'm gonna keep the muffler and whatnot so it's quiet. Remove the spare tire because that's going to be useless. I think I might be going with 38, but I might remove the bed so that we can see the shackles and stuff move easier later. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave the bed for now. I am, however, going to put guards on tail lights, and then remove the tailgate. Just because. So in the cab, don't need that. Why is that called a backlight? Like, is that not the window? The back window? Either way. Light bar, definitely want a roll cage. Bucket seats. It's bucket seats. It's a crawler, so we don't really need a snorkel. I'm gonna try and keep the trim just for looks, but you don't really need it. Windshield might as well. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna go full crawler with this. Trim, no windshield. And get rid of the horn. No horn. Do fabric half door. Do no front fenders. I'm gonna keep the hood, and I'll probably keep the grill and lights. Dashboard. I like the light interior, so I'm gonna put in the light interior, but keep it basic. So I'm gonna apply here. Go. Slowly get rid of the weight. Okay, so automatic. I'm probably gonna use the 3-speed auto, so therefore I will keep the automatic column shifter, keep the range selector, and I'm going to put in. Let's put in a drift wheel. That roll cage is good like that. Front bucket seats. Racing seats. Gotta have all the safety. Alright, that's it for the body, I believe. If not, I'll come back. Okay, front bumper, gone. I want clearance. No front bumper. Rear bumper, also gone. I want clearance. 6-liter diesel. The rad support. That stays normal. Balance. I'm going to get rid of that for wheel clearance. And this, I'm going to keep chrome. I want to keep it looking good. Chrome. Yeah. Do, however, still radiator. Want to put ultra high just because. Do solid axle and then heavy duty live axle. And that should put the solid, solid with leaves in the front. And heavy duty with leaves in the rear. Now it's got the diesel. All that wonderful stuff. So now I went into suspension. Let me just look at the interior for a second. Okay. I'm gonna take the trim off the bed. If I'm going full crawl, actually, I can just remove the bed. Okay, so off-road, no sway bar, locking disc. Go race adjustable because I want to make it a super low gear ratio. We're gonna go through the hubs, front and back at the same time. So that's it for the front until I get to the hubs. They're already 6-bolt, which is good. Okay. Do off-road. Do off-road again. No sway bar. Race. Okay, so wheel hubs. I'm going to upgrade to the off-road disc brake. And then sport pads. I've been kind of messing around with different combinations lately, so I'm going to see how this does. Off-road disc, sport pad, front wheel will be... let's go with the Sand Patrol. Do the same with the rear. We don't need spacers on this. I don't think so, at least. And we will update. Go. Swap over 2 wheels. What size do I want? I wish when you put the off-road leaves on it, that it put longer shackles, because they shouldn't be like that. They should be this way, not that way. But anyways, tires. I put the power steering, right? See if the 42s fit. They should. You can't move the front axle forward with the leaves in this. Leaves, however you want to say it. Okay, so there's that. I probably do have to widen it. It's a full lot. Oh yeah, I definitely gotta widen it. First, I'm going to do final drive ratio, so that's the ratio in the differential. Now, for every time, with this setting, every time the drive shaft turns 6 times, the wheels will turn once, and that gives you lots and lots of torque. Put that tire, put these to here, and then Want to up the spring height a little bit. Use grab on the edge twice. Should bring it up about the same. Up this way. See how that is. Yeah, there we go. Now, the issue with leaf springs is you still have the drag link. Can't really see it, but there's a bar right here. You can kind of see it. And it goes from the steering box to the axle. And with leaf springs, you have a really bad bump steer because the axle goes up and down and slightly forwards and back. Whereas with this arm, you need it to go side to side a little bit. It doesn't. So as it cycles, you steer a little bit. I'll show that in a minute. But this should go to about 75, if I'm correct. That should center it nicely. It's better. It's still. I'm gonna lower it down to 2. Because I can't get that quite centered. That is good enough for now. Okay. Now, the tires are nice and low. Now I'm going to space them out a little bit. But how far do they need to go? That's the question. And it steers further one way than the other. That's so annoying. I don't like leaf springs. There's a reason they don't use them anymore. They're good for strength and whatnot, and like on-road stuff, but if you want suspension travel and stuff, they're not very good. You can even get shackles to help them flex more. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? I'm going to let's try front and back. See how this does. That's a bit better. It's so bad. And it's weak. It just has the little steering box. Okay. So that's 30. So this can go back down to 0. And I'm going to go into parts and use the spacers. That's what they're called. In the spaced out mod. And we do them to 30 millimeters. Do this way. That actually looks like there's something holding them on. Oh, I'm surprised to use that wheel. But if we can get a good angle, you can see there's a little blue disc in there. Right there. And the mod adds an actual little spacer, whereas if you just tune it to have the spacer, it just moves the wheel out. It doesn't fill the gap with anything. So that is one of the rare mods I do still use. That's the wrong rear wheels. There we go. How long does this go? Almost 15 minutes. I'll probably cut the end of this part, end this part as part 1, and then do a part 2 in a couple of minutes. 42's back on. And there we go. However, because it's a video game, I'm just going to ignore the fact that the tires are going to clip through the firewall. Video game's sake, I'm ignoring that. So for now, YouTube, safe. There we go. Okay, so next part, I'm going to load up the truck, haul it over to my little crawling area that I like to go to, and we'll see how it does with leaf springs. So yeah, I will be back.